All right, welcome to Saber Talk Sunday.
Ooh,
How's everybody doing this evening? We've got a special guest in the house. We have got Space Windew's protege apprentice coming in, Reese in
how's it
the
going,
house.
everyone?
It's going. So Reese, let me ask you, man, how did you and Space meet?
So he runs a martial arts club at the community college he works at, and
Mm-hmm.
I joined it, and I did like one semester, was in that club, and we just got to know each other
The
through
rest
that.
is and the rest is history, huh?
Yep.
So how did you get into Sabers?
He got me in.
He got
Um,
you in?
yeah. So after that one semester, I went. I graduated from Brookdale, then I went to Rutgers, and then I came back after the school year was done. He asked me if I had a summer job or anything, and I told him that I wasn't sure. So he told me to go by his house and see if I like what he does there, and he got me
Mm-hmm.
into the Sabers.
It just
And
bit you up, huh?
yeah,
It just bit you. Yeah, man. I got hooked on to sabering when after seeing some of Space's videos. And of course, everybody knows the backstory, which is in 2017, my best friend passed away from brain cancer. And so I wanted to honor his memory. And what better way was to uh, get his voice into a lightsaber, right? And so Space and I started talking to Space, and we just hit it off like it was almost like we knew each other for years, but we only had just met and started talking and stuff. And a friendship has blossomed, and yeah, it's been so special that I've been honored to be in his comic books. And then anytime I've needed anything saber wise to ask him, I could ask him, and we just go back and forth, texting each other here and there and stuff like that on things. And so began my journey to doing saber installs. And I've seen a lot of people do saber installs and do a lot of custom work and everything, and I got pretty enthralled with it, just the same as you did, right? And I don't think there's any other greater feeling than seeing those blades light up for the first time after you finish it, right?
totally. Like, there's two great feelings. One is getting your first LED strip on. The second is when you finish the completed blade, you put it in the hilt, then you light it up and start swinging it. That second one's even my favorite. Once I have it on, I'm starting to swing it around and actually seeing the finished product. It's one of the best feelings.
Mm-hmm. Your voice is kind of going in and out, maybe, but can you bring the mic a little bit closer?
Yeah, I could bring it closer.
There
Is
you
this
go.
a little
There
bit
you go.
better?
Yeah, this is a lot better. Um, so in was what was your initial reaction when you saw everything at Anthony's house?
Walking into this space for the first time, that was that was mind blowing. I didn't think anyone's garage could look like that. And so I walk in there. I'm like walking into a Star Wars spaceship, and I'm just like, this is. It was just like otherworldly at that point.
Right. I mean, I haven't even been in there yet, and it's like because I always see it through the videos, and I see it through his through his vids and stuff like that. So I'm kind of vicariously in there, but I'm not. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's just so amazing on how he got everything in there looking the way it did. And it just amazes me though on how much he has, and his workbench is just unbelievably badass.
yeah.
I'm like so I'm like so jelly, man. And
I, it's a great place to work in.
yeah, I bet it's so cool, man. And he's got it lit really, really well too.
Yeah. He has a ton of different like lighting in there, from just
Hmm.
like the garage door lightings or just LEDs that are blinking on and off. Just a ton of design in there.
And it's good because I get it keeps you pretty much inspired, you know, and it keeps that fire and that flame burning as far as, you know, wanting to work on blades, wanting to work on saber stuff, um and I know that space feels like me that when you're working on stuff like that, it's an outlet and a stress reliever, so to speak. It's not so much of a stress builder, you know, because you lose all sense of time and you lose all sense of reality in working on stuff like that because you're concentrating on something so dynamic, right?
Yeah. I could spend 8 hours in there and not even realize 8 hours passed.
Yeah, I probably like when I built my first blade, you know, when I in this one I already the first blade that I ever built, and I know one of the strips now is completely bad. So um the other day I tested it out and only half of it worked. So I know I got to get two new strips to put in the blade and everything. So um but you know when I first did the blade, and I used to watch Rob Petcow, Madcow a lot. And I probably watched his videos hundreds of times before I even attempted to um, to even start a blade, let alone even solder anything together. And what I did was when I got my stuff, um, when I first started getting all the materials together and all the tools and everything, I went and got, you know, some boards and I just started practice soldering on the boards, little beads. And then from the little beads, and they are god awful. Now they're a lot better than they used to be. Um, and then I went from the boards to the wires, and then from the wires on soldering them together to soldering the wires to the boards. And then, you know, just to get myself going on these, you know, on my skill set. And now, I mean, I've gotten, and so my actually my first saber that I built was for a cousin of mine, and it was one that didn't have any. It was a Ultra Sabers, and I did that. I did it with just no. He didn't want any sound in it, so I went ahead and built it up for him. And so I told him, you know, hey, if you ever want to switch to sound, let me know. We'll gut that puppy out, and I'll put a soundboard and everything in it for you. So he's all like, okay, you know. So when he's ready, I'll do that for him, and he can pass it on to his kids or whatever have you will.
I've only done one saber, like one hilt before,
Hmm.
and Space and I are still working on it. But it's really fun to make those. I want to get into making more hilts and putting them up for sale on
Hmm.
the website. I feel like that'll be a good step for everybody.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get one of those sabers from Matt for sure eventually.
The one we're making right now, um, somebody joined in.
Yeah, and how's it going? And he's a novice saber enthusiast as well, and he's been on the show quite a bit. He comes in. and it's so much appreciated to have people come and one of my regulars, you know. So I
I think I
have
saw
some
him last
regulars.
stream.
Yeah.
I was watching. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have quite a few people here. I'm still kind of working out Oh, that's good, and I'm glad you're doing well, dude. And you know, from the time that we're on, dude, from time to time, I like to acknowledge everybody and get everybody engaged and have a lot of fun because that's what Saber Talk Sunday is about, is to talk anything Sabers. And so, you know, we can get off topic of Sabers here and there on Star Wars topics and stuff like that. And if you got a beer, you drink a beer. If you got whiskey, you drink whiskey. And if you drink a regular drink, you drink a regular drink. It don't matter. It's all good and fun. That's that, you know, and that's how what I have always told Anthony, and I'm always so, and everybody's going to hear me say it over and over again because Anthony allows me to run the show, you know, in such an awesome manner. So, uh, you know, with all the good people that I have that are regulars that come on, it's such a blessing to have everyone and every one of them come in every Sunday and check us out. And I do understand that not everybody will be here like on certain Sundays and everything else. I can't do the show every single Sunday, but you know, unless there's an event with my kids or, you know, I'm feeling sick or something like that, then I'll let everybody know I'm not doing the show. But for the most part, when everything's all good, you know, the show will be on. And and you've been doing pretty good on the vids too, man.
Thank
Like I
you.
was telling Anthony, I was really impressed for your first video. Um
Yeah, that one's doing really
and
good.
yeah, it really is. You know, Anthony's videos on the blades always do really, really well. And I'm hoping that, you know, sometime soon that, you know, my videos will catch on to a larger audience now that I have it on Sundays where everybody's more relaxed and they can hear and maybe want to come in and chat and talk sabers and everything else. Um, I want to try to get some other guests on here as well. I reached out to the eccentric artisan and I haven't heard a reply just yet. There's other people I'm trying to see about. Um, I reached out to Obi Dad Kenobi, but he said he's pretty busy at a lot. And because when I had reached out to him, I had done shows on Mondays, and I called it Mundo Madness Mondays, and it was at 8 o'clock about this time too. But you know, Monday nights I think is a little bit hectic for people, and also because Meg Tooth, that was his original time slot, and I love to watch Meg Tooth, so you know, he was trying to come back. Right now, I know he said his work detail is getting kind of bad, so he's kind of backing off on the videos until next, you know, until January, I think, and then he'll come back on Monday nights. So I want to catch his videos on Monday nights because, you know, he's one of the people that I've actually learned from as well, and so I really respect Meg, and uh, you know, I wanted him to have his time slot back, and I didn't want to compete with him in that time slot either anyway. So you know, he deserves every bit of time that he's earned for being on way before I was. You know, we need a you know counter for me because every other word out of my mouth is you know. Just like the counter, we need the you know counter. Love it though. I love it, man. What besides the blades? What is one of your favorite hilts, man?
Oh, I gotta say, has Space showed you the Bluetooth saber?
I believe so.
Yeah, that was my favorite, but right now it's broken.
Hmm.
I just like to
Have
hook
you?
it up to like a Bluetooth speaker, make the Saber
Uh,
louder. That was just awesome.
Titans in the house. What up, Titan?
Thank you, NN.
Yeah, NM's cool and Titans here is cool. Everybody that's gonna come on is gonna be cool, man. I tell you, I got a bunch of kick-ass people coming, so it always makes the show enjoyable too. And that's you know when you have good people, when you have good sabers, when you have good products that come from sabering, it's always gonna be a good time. You know, it's always gonna be a good time, and I certainly enjoy all of the company. I enjoy you know talking like this. Um, as a and be you know just because you're here and you're new you know on the show, the way I explain to people is I want us to sit down, have a drink, whether it be beer, whatever your choice of drink. We're sitting at a table and we're talking saber stuff, we're talking sabers, and the show's called Saber Talk for a reason. uh you know, and if you want to join in, I always encourage and invite people if they want to come in, let me know. I'll send them a link so that they can come onto the show, and we can talk sabers on what they want to talk about. Any aspects of the sabers is up for grabs. You know, whether it be any kind of board, whether it be, and I'm not well versed on a lot of boards because I'm still kind of learning a lot of things, right? Um, but however, it doesn't mean that we can't talk about certain aspects. And hopefully, if Jim comes on, you'll see Jim. He might come on if he doesn't have too many things to do, and Jim will come on. And Jim is super knowledgeable about a lot of things on Sabers, because he's such a good guy and very knowledgeable about a lot of things. Not to mention, we all throw some jokes here and there. You know, we need to find somebody. We need to find some saber jokes, man.
I'll
So
think of
you
some.
know, right? I said, Space loves dad jokes. For some reason, he loves dad jokes, and I found a few saber Star Wars dad jokes and stuff, and I sent them some of those jokes, and I found these couple of guys that sit there and do nothing but dad jokes, and they on you know they're pretty damn popular for all the dad jokes that they do. Some of them are dumb, but some of them, you know, they get you busting the gut and everything.
I love a good
Um,
dad joke.
right? It's gotta be at least a decent dad joke, not
Yeah.
some kind of crappy dad joke though. Um, is there? Have you seen the new KR hilt that's coming out?
KR Hill.
Yeah, the KR hilt. I forgot what it's called. Uh, shoot, I can't even pronounce it right now. But it just came out, just not even probably a week ago. It looks really badass. If you look on KR Sabers, and they just came out with a new hilt design, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. Cal has really outdone himself with that design too as well. Uh,
Oh, the
I also
Prolium lightsaber.
Yeah, there you go, the Prolium. There you go.
Yeah, that does look nice. Wow.
Right? I mean, like, my God. So the two hilts that I actually want to get, well, three hilts actually I want to get from Cal is the Crossguard, the Prolium, and the Acolyte hilt, the Lost Acolyte.
Yeah, I see the
So
Lost Acolyte. That's a nice looking one too.
it's sick, man. It is sick. And if you've seen some of the videos done by Solo on it and Tearfon Orbital, woo, man. They make those things look wicked cool. Wicked cool. So how many blades have you made so far? Just one?
Um,
Two?
no, a lot more than that actually.
Oh, awesome.
Um, I was actually counting them all up recently, couple days ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it's around 24. Yeah,
Wow.
made pretty much every single blade that went out for all
Mm-hmm.
summer was pretty much made by me.
Nice. And it says, have you seen guys seen the Hex FX Saber? You should check it. And then I'll have to check that one out. I don't think I have seen that yet. I don't think I've seen that one yet, but I'll check it out for sure this evening after the show. I will definitely check it out. Some of these though, I mean, and you know, McTooth had a gripe about the Chinese sabers that have been coming out lately, and I tend to agree with him because I think it's kind of um destabilizing some of the high-end sabers because people want the little, you know, what they can't afford and stuff. And I mean, it's understandable that um you know, if you don't have that much money but yet you want a saber and everything, that's understandable. However, I don't think you can get as good a quality out of the sabers as you would um doing the high end sabers. You know, those Chinese may be a little bit kind of like an ultra sabers, so to speak.
Yeah, I've taken a
So,
look at some of those Chinese ones. They're
hmm
really cheap. I gotta say, um, like I don't think we could even make one that cheap.
that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
mean, it's you know, I'm sure it's just a little metal, you know, really thin metal stuff.
yeah,
Um, it's not the high grade aluminum that you know everybody else uses, right? It's on Facebook, and then thank you for that information, man. I appreciate that. Um, you know the fact is that you could be sacrificing the quality just for the price, you
yeah,
know. And in terms, I myself don't have a whole lot of money, but I'm willing to save up dimes, nickels, pennies, whatever it takes to save up for the hilt that I want and the type of quality that I know I'm going to get, especially with the boards that can go with it. Um, and to work and install my own saber brings a lot of joy to myself as well because I know the workmanship that's going to go into it. I know that I'm able to do that kind of work and put my heart and soul into it, right? So there's a lot more meaning into doing your own installs as well. Now, not to put any Saber companies that do installs down or anything like that, because that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that there's the feeling that you get in doing your own install as opposed to buying it, right? Is totally different.
yeah.
And Charlie, here's another fellow martial artist, man. Charlie's in the house. Charlie is a big time martial artist, bro. And
Awesome.
and we made a saber for him and JT, you know, myself um and then Anthony all had a hand in helping him attain a saber that was well deserved by him, you know. And it was a lot of love. So no, Charlie, you're not late, man. You know, anytime people jump in, they're never late. If you're late, that means the show's over. That means it's over completely, man. So if you jump in when the show's still going, you're not late. No need for apologies, bro. Have a good workout too. And Charlie likes to work out while he's listening to the show. Oh, dude. And Sam Whitwer signed it. Dude, that is so sweet, dude.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have got to one of these days, hopefully I can meet Sam and get something signed by him. That would be freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's awesome. That's that's really cool.
Let's see. Right? It'd be really cool. It'd be really cool. Now, Reese, what kind of saber, aside from the civilized sabers, what other sabers would you like to work on as well?
Um, Not entirely sure about that. Never really given it a thought.
No.
No. um, I know I'm making my own soon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's gonna be a few months out. Probably finish that up, but I'm not sure.
Well, you'll get there. I mean, you're pretty much starting, out and everything. So, um,
Yeah.
pace yourself. Don't get too much in a rush, man, because I tell you, I did everything wrong starting out. I tried I tried to run before I crawled into it, and I burned up two boards and uh two CFXs at that. So,
Wow. I
um,
actually got a CFX right here. That's gonna go into my hill.
oh, there you go.
Yeah. I'm gonna be
So,
programming some stuff onto this.
mhm. Now, do you have a 3D printer? Are you 3D printing your chassis?
I don't have a 3D printer. I want to get one, but
Okay.
mine is designed off of the Custom Sabers Shop MHS parts.
Oh, okay.
So
Did you
Anthony,
get?
yes,
Oh, so
Space
you
Window,
got a
he
chassis?
ordered it for me, and then we're gonna be putting
Oh,
it
good.
together.
Did you get let me see. Did you get one like this, like the 21 700 one?
I'm not sure if we
Something
actually
like that?
got like something like that. I would have to ask him if we got one of those, or
Okay.
we maybe just
This
using
one
one that
can
he has around.
okay, maybe. But this is the one from Custom Saber Shop and it's a 21 700 battery chassis. Okay.
I've seen
So
that
just
they do that with the Golden Harvest chassis
mhm.
that they have. You could get it like everything in there.
Oh wow. That's cool. Definitely for sure. Definitely for sure. So what are your goals as far as getting to do some different sabers? Wha Where would you like to be with sabering in the next 2 years or so?
Well, I would definitely love to be. Yeah, how's it going? That's actually my friend that's just joined in. How you doing, Stevie?
Oh, Vinny Bots.
Yeah,
Vinny, welcome, Vinny. Welcome to the show, buddy.
thank you for coming in. Yeah, but to answer your question, I definitely want to be making some sabers, putting those up for sale, and I really want to get this YouTube thing going,
Hmm.
monetized, and become a lot more popular. It's a
And
lot
I
of
believe
fun.
you can do it. Yeah, it really is, and I believe you can do it, man.
Thank you.
Um, to me, it's monetizing. Well, for me, because I mean, I have the Mundo channel as well. So what we're doing around here right now for the Saber Talk, the Mundo channel piggies, and it this is playing on the
Thank
Mundo
you.
channel as well.
Thank you, dude.
And so I told Anthony, for me, if it monetizes, that's a positive.
Yeah,
Um, to me, this is just fun for me. So if it helps space get money, hey, that's a positive. Um, eventually, probably, I got to do something with, a little different with the Mundo channel, and that way I can talk on there as well, because I've just kind of left it playing with these videos, and it's not getting any love back that way. So I got to kind of do something to start getting the Mundo channel some love. I just haven't done anything because I'm just stretched out so thin.
Well, anyone who's in the stream right now, go subscribe to Mundo if you're not already.
Yeah, and the way I explain it is because if you can't see this here on Civilized, if you don't watch the videos here, you can always catch them on the Mundo channel, because what you see here tonight is also on the Mundo channel and on Instagram stuff. And so, but yeah, much appreciated. And Vinny, I am so glad that you're here, to back up your amigo there, man, Reese. And Reese, I'm so glad you came on, because I sent the link to Anthony and said, hey, man, if Reese wants to come on, send him the link.
Yeah,
And
he texted me 20 minutes before you started. And I
I
was in the
was
middle of
running a
playing.
little.
It's like in the middle of playing video games. They're like, you know what? Let me quit this and jump in.
Well, that's cool, man. And I always tell everybody, I said, hey, if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. My philosophy is it's always an invitation, never a have to, you know. And if people want to hit me up and say, hey, can I come on? Hey, absolutely, absolutely. Just let me know. Either text me or send me an email that you want to come on, so that I can send you the link to the show. And people are more than welcome to come on and talk Sabers.
Thank
And
you
we
so
can
much,
talk
bro.
any. Oh
Have a
yeah,
good one.
for sure.
I mean,
Fun to see you
yeah.
for a few minutes.
Yeah. Well, to
And
for
go ahead.
joining
I'm
the
sorry.
stream, I could just peace out, bro. Have a good night. To
No,
join
Vinny.
this to join this live stream, I could just I have the link automatically.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a part of the streaming software we use.
Oh, okay, great. Well, there you
Right,
go.
I could
You
just
can
hop
jump
in.
in at any time. Yeah, and you can jump on any time, just like Anthony, just like Jedi Arms Dealer, and that's another deal is Jedi Arms Dealer, man. He's another great person to learn from. So if you have any questions and stuff like that, get a hold of Dave, because man, he's so super knowledgeable at stuff, and especially the you know any kind of crystal chambers, wiring stuff. I mean Graflexes. He is a master Graflex person. I tell you, he is just Obi-Wan Kenobi incarnated, man. He's so awesome. He's a cool person, man, to get a hold of and talk to about sabers.
I never
And
I never met him, but Anthony did tell me he made that Bluetooth saber for us.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, he's super awesome, and I know that Anthony has. Well, I don't know if Anthony has it or he has it, but they made a Graflex for me, and I, I know that Dave had a hand in doing some work on it, so I'm like super interested in when it gets here. But I know it's gonna be like something beyond my wild dreams, because I mean, he's just a genius at stuff, dude.
Yeah, I think I may have seen it in Anthony's shop. I'm not sure. I remember seeing something that said Mundo's Graflex.
Oh yeah. So like I said, I'm just like, woo, I can't wait. But of course, I got in. I don't know. Hey, are you a fan of the Highlander?
Never heard of that.
Okay, so I'm kind of youngish. So if you get into it, if you get a chance to start, I highly recommend watching the Highlander, the '90s series with Adrian Paul. Okay, but before that, watch the Highlander movies with oh gosh, what's his name? I can see his face, Connor McLeod. Um, Jesus, I don't have another phone with me to look it up.
Is this it's from
Look up the Highlander.
1986?
Yes, the
Uh,
main character.
this is one the mystical Russell Nash. Is that the guy you're
Yeah.
talking about? Yeah,
Mm-hmm. But he's played by oh
Christopher
gosh,
Lambert.
yeah, Christopher Lambert. There you go. And Clancy, Tom Clancy, I think, plays the villain, which is the Kurgan. Okay. Um, a lot of swordplay in it, and it is a great movie to watch. Well, if you go and you look at the series after the movies and you watch the series with Adrian Paul does what's called the sword experience, and he goes from town to town, place to place, and the sword experience basically you learn choreography. You do it's kind of like an exercise class. You learn choreography, and then he films you during doing the choreography from bits and pieces of movies, and then he'll put it up on the website for people to see. And it's such an awesome thing to do. So if you ever get a chance to go to one of these sword experiences, I highly recommend go for it and do it because you'll have so much fun. Yeah, and then Sean Connery was in it. He was Ramirez in the first movie, second movie, right? Um, and so what ended up happening was uh, I did two experiences with him, and then I had a friend who helped me out, and I got a Boken. You know what a Boken is?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So I got a Boken sent to me with Adrian Paul's signature on it for Anthony for his birthday and stuff. So I have to send that to him. But the wrapping kind of came loose, so I've got to fix that before I send it to him. And and because I think he'll love it. Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. And if he choose to, he could take off the wrapping and put new wrapping on it. So um, the biggest thing is the signature on it, and because it was used in the sword experience at I think Bowling Green, Kentucky, or something like that. But anyway, they send it to me for him, and I was so grateful to them for uh, uh, helping me achieve that for Anthony for his birthday.
that's awesome.
And because Anthony's done so much for me, so it's just something small for him. And you'll find out that he helps a lot of people out too.
Yeah, I've seen that. He's a good guy.
Oh yeah,
Definitely
definitely for
caring.
sure.
Amazing. Glad I get to work
And
for him.
yeah, and that's awesome because he needs a lot of help. I mean, I was wondering how he was stretching himself, so thin on a lot of things. Yeah, it's just unbelievable how much stuff he's got under his wing. And it's like now I'm actually grateful that you're helping him too. So, you know, ease up on him a little. He eases up on some stuff a little bit and get himself some rest.
He definitely needed that.
Because then he's still doing the comic books with Kevin too.
Yeah, he's been getting that back up, trying to push the next issue out.
That's how I'm like, I can't wait for the next issue.
I haven't I haven't read the others yet, but I have them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I gotta read those.
Those are cool. Has he put them out on the thing yet? To what is it, Indiegogo? Has he put the elders out yet?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I can't wait for those to come out and I see what those issues are about. Because he had been talking to me about those for a long time, and now they're finally getting to, get those out in reality and stuff. Um, one of the hilts, well, actually, I'm going to show you the hilt that I'm working on right now. This one is going to be called the Balance because this is a memory hilt for my father. Uh, and because it's a little bit of darkness with light, and then, of course, the elegance, but not too elegant, so to speak, right? And then the chassis that I have for it. So again, if you decide to go with a different chassis on some of your builds, I highly recommend getting chassis from Rich Sangillo. Okay, Rich Sangillo is really a Superman when it comes to chassis too, as well. He's made some great chassis for me in my Sabers and stuff. And I don't know if you can see this, but this is one of his chassis right here.
Wow,
Um, and they just come out so damn good, right?
that's beautiful.
And then Albert with Smugglers, he does a great job for you know, chassis as well. Even uh solos, Jeremy, they have great chassis as well for their stuff. But they all have great chassis. But my go-to guy right now, I mean, is Rich Sangillo because I don't know if he'll have time to get on for a little bit tonight or not. But he's usually listening sometimes. So he's a teacher, so he may be a bit busy because now that the school year's already started and stuff. Um, and I recommend him with anything that people need. And if people ask and he hasn't answered anybody, or they haven't, if somebody's asking for recommendations, I'm always going to recommend Rich because Rich is just, I mean, his designs are good. They work really well. Um, I mean, I have, you know, no doubts. Let's see here. Let me get. And of course, this is Roy Boy, right? So he did the chassis system for Roy Boy too. And I mean, he already had some of the parts and did everything. And the backup Roy Boy. I mean, of course, I painted them. They were all black, and I painted things. But of course, um, let me go and pull this out. And then says, "Yeah, remember the actor now? Great movies." Oh yeah, they're awesome movies, man. A Highlander, and now the Highlander's getting a reboot actually too, because um, I think what's his name? The guy that played The Witcher. I don't know if you watched the Witcher series on Netflix or not. Um, no. Highly recommend The Witcher. So if you haven't seen The Witcher, watch it. Uh, he's a good actor as well. Henry Cavill, that's his name. Henry Cavill. He played Superman as well.
Yeah,
So okay, so this is the back half, and then this would be the top half of Roy Boy right there. I'm sporting the Golden Harvest. So
that's nice.
yeah, not too bad. Not too bad, right? I mean, it's a very good chassis system, and I could not be more grateful for Rich for doing this. And he works with you on everything, on what you want for your chassis system and everything. And he's reasonably priced his chassis stuff, so he does really awesome work stuff. What do you think? Should we fire up Roy Boy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's fire him up. Let's see if he's enthusiastic tonight. Do I have? Okay, good. I have the blade plug in there. Uh, don't. Let's see. Let me get this in there, and just so I can put a little bit of get going on this. Uh-oh, what happened here? Oh, you know what? I think I got. Oh man. Okay, I know what I did. I took the SD card out. Son of a
Oh,
bitch. Okay, let me go. I'm gonna step out of the picture for just a second, and y'all can still hear me, even though you won't see me. But you got this beautiful background to look at anyway. Better than my ugly mug. So I'm gonna step over here, and I'm going to grab the other hilt that I have, which is the Warlock. And people have seen the Warlock too. So um, the Warlock, I end up having to purchase from the custom saber shop and build it out, right? So this is the Warlock right here. I mean, it's pretty simple, not too much stuff like that. And um, I built the Warlock because Road Boy wasn't done, and I was having a lot of problems getting Roy Boy to work right. And so I needed something for the show so that I could actually have a working saber. And then once I had a working saber, then my blades got kind of wonky. So go figure, right? Go figure on once you get a certain something going, then everything else just kind of goes wonky. And you just got to roll with the punches. But and on top of that, and what I say about things, and the reason why I love doing the live shows, Reese, is because you can't edit life. I mean, shit's gonna happen, things are gonna happen, and even in sabering, things can happen. It don't, you're never gonna get out of it. So gotta roll with it, right?
mhm.
And that's why I like doing the live shows because anytime that something happens, I mean, I'm not putting any sugar coating or anything like that. I can't go back and say, oops, got to do it over again. No. So before I put this on, right, you're not going to see any LEDs in here because right now it's not touching the pins. And we're going to touch the pins and we're going to do it this way. So I'm going to, oh, and for those like your buddy, if he hasn't seen yet, I make my own custom, clamp cards and stuff. So that like that really makes it pop out on the LEDs and stuff too. So let's see. That's my friend who passed away. His name was Roy. So that's why I call this Roy Boy, right? So let's see here. Can't win. So presumptuous. Got the LEDs pumping. Now it's funny because what you see here is what's actually under here, but the color of the clamp card brings out a totally different color. And it looks really wicked cool. And then these are different colors as well. So it makes the whole thing kind of pop out a little bit, right? All right. So what I'm going to do, turn it off. And then we're going to put this half on. Let me put the kill key so that way it don't short anything out. And then we'll put this half on. And this I got it signed right by this piece I got signed by Ray Park, Darth Maul himself.
Wow.
When he was in Laredo. I did a sword experience and he was there, and I was fortunate enough to get a picture and a signature from Ray Park.
That's awesome.
So,
Goodbye, sir, Mama. All guests have arrived.
and there we go. So we got the blade plug in, and so it is on going on all four cylinders. It sounds pretty good. Now let me go, and I'm gonna switch the sound font for a minute. And let's see, hold on. I'm going to do
Sound menu.
okay.
Balance. Data issues. Guardian! Cryocarbon. Eternal breath effect. The shadow.
I'm gonna do the Vendari sound font.
The classic villain. Knighthood. Undar, the barbarian.
80s cartoon stuff. Okay, Vendari. Now, this one here is got a wicked sound to it. So if you get a chance, I highly recommend the Vendari sound font. Um, oh gosh, I forgot the sound maker. I think it's Sam. Grayscale fonts, I think. I think
Okay.
it's Grayscale fonts. So, and the LEDs, you see how much different it is with the LEDs there and there as well.
Um,
I love the blasters. Super, super, just smooth. And I love the fact that it just radiates like that, and the blade radiates the same. I have it set. I have the blade set for just that radiation, just like this right here, and that is just a cool effect. All right, let's cut her off. Woo!
that's awesome.
Okay, back to conversation. Got a little excitement there. Getting a little excited myself, swinging this thing around. Like, God damn. uh, so, do you keep up on some of other builders as far as installers, or you just like,
I honestly don't know that much about any of this
mm-hmm,
stuff. Um, so yeah, I don't know any other builders. I know like where to get custom lightsaber hilts that are already pre-installed, but I'm still learning everything.
yeah, if I may make a recommendation, I mean, you know, and you choose to do with the information as you wish and stuff, but for me, I love starting out with getting hilts from the custom saber shop, the pieces, because the way I feel is you can customize anything of those parts that you wish to do, and it's almost almost your design, right? Now, I mean, because you have to pick and choose parts from the custom saber shop, so initially they're already designed. that way, but you can customize them the way you want yourself. I mean, you can tell the custom saber shop, "Hey, cut it this way because I want this certain look," and they'll cut it for you. Or they'll drill the hole where you need to drill the hole, and you know, you can buy the parts how you want the saber to look. And I think it's a great way to start out because you can really personalize what you're looking for in a saber as opposed to buying one that's already made that you kind of like, okay, when you bought it, you're excited, you got it, and the feeling kind of fades away from it after a while, right? Now, in building some of these pieces like Roy Boy, that thing is gonna die with me. That thing is gonna, I don't know, I might have it, buried with me or something, 'cause or I may just give it to my best friend's son, when he gets a bit older and stuff. Or maybe even his brother, because I don't think my kids are gonna want to deal with it. So if they don't want to deal with it, that's my other option, and it will be in good hands either way. So, but the customization from the custom saber shop really can get your imagination flowing on different things, different hilts, and so forth. So you can also go to their builder, their saber
Yeah,
builder,
that's how I
and
do mine.
just, yeah, and you can play around with it. On the balance right here, this is two emitters together. Because I mean, I was toying with the idea, and I did probably several hundred emitters together before I actually went with this. And it makes it look pretty decent. And what they had to do was that once they got this, they bored everything together. They probably welded it all together and then they bored out and stuff like that. But they did an awesome job on getting it because I wanted, the reams look like this, but I still wanted this look for the blade. So
Yeah,
I'm thinking, okay, we'll put these two together. And the possibilities are endless to what you want to do, really. They're really endless because you have so much control over what you want to achieve.
I'm gonna show mine off real quick. What I designed. I had on my phone. See if I can get this in here. It's not showing.
It's a little blurry, but
1 second.
let's see.
Let's see. Okay. How's that?
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, man.
I'm thinking like
It
an
looks
old Republic type look, maybe.
Yeah, that's pretty good, dude.
Thank you. Can't wait
That's
till
gonna
it's
be
done.
cool.
Yeah.
Are you gonna wrap it, or are you gonna keep it like that? Are you gonna
Um,
get it painted or
I'm not sure yet. I do have a
uh-huh.
good friend of mine designing it for me. And then
Mm-hmm.
Anthony and I are gonna try to do that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, man. Sky's the limit, dude.
I think it's gonna look great.
Oh, dude. And that's only gonna look great, dude. It's gonna look badass when you get done with it. I can already tell. I look forward to seeing it, dude. I really do. I really look forward to seeing it, man.
I'm looking forward to use it. I've
Well,
been waiting for my own one for a while.
well, when you get done with it, let's put it on the show.
Definitely.
We'll show it off.
It's gonna take a bit, but we'll get there.
Oh, of course, of course. And don't rush on it, man. Don't rush because, like Rob Petkow always says in his videos, if you rush it, you wreck it. And I wholeheartedly believe that. Chet's in the house. What up, amigo? Chet Osborne, another good dude, man. Oh, always backing everybody up on all everything, all the videos, man. How you doing, Chet? Doing all right, man? Seem pretty busy lately, huh?
I'll definitely show it off, NN.
Oh yeah. He says he's looking forward to seeing it complete. Yeah, I mean, I had everybody waiting for me to finish, Roy Boy, and I'm like, because I kind of pulled the journey through everybody, like a little step here and there, and kept informing everybody of every little step that I did, and I finally reached the pinnacle of it being finished, um, and so it's such an honor though to have everybody, cheering and rooting for you too. So. And I know you're gonna get that a lot, man. Once you really get going with that channel and those vids, dude.
Hopefully.
I mean, I may not be able to get it right then and there because some of the times when Anthony puts those videos out, they're like right when I'm working, I'm all like, damn. And sometimes I'm able to put them on there at work, and then sometimes I have to wait. So it's like because I work with special needs individuals, so I put a lot of shows and movies on for them. But there's just times where I have to pick and choose some of the videos because some of the the lightsaber stuff may trigger seizures and stuff. So I have to be very careful on how and when I put the saber stuff on there.
Usually when I
Um,
post, it's around like now.
hmm
I start like as soon as I'm done editing, I just throw it up. Watch it over and put it right on the YouTube channel. Hope for the best.
Yeah.
I don't
Does
know
the
what time
editing
Anthony does it.
does the editing take you a good while to do?
Um, a little bit. Uh,
A little bit. Yeah, I think
I,
that's one of the reasons why I do the live because I don't feel like doing all that editing for videos. But I'm kind of thinking about maybe doing a video here and there just to try it out.
it's really fun. Usually when I go into filming, I already have a set idea how I'm gonna edit it. So when I go into editing, it's just simple. I try to make it as easy as I can while filming, so I don't have to do too much work.
hmm Yeah. And then I don't know, my one of my other buddies, he wants to do a podcast and he asked me all of these questions about this, and that. I said, dude, he goes, oh, I need to buy a camera and blah, 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 blah. But like, dude, I do my show on my phone. You don't need a camera. Just go through StreamYard, go through your phone and, get you some earbuds or ear pods and Bluetooth and go from there. Because I do the whole show this way. Well, I actually need to start doing the show on the laptop so that I can do some more different things on the show here. So, um, I can do a lot more different things and pick some, little things that Anthony has, like little clips and stuff to make it a little bit more fun and more engaging for people. But one of the things, the reasons why I don't do that is also is because I want to be genuine with people as well, and I don't want to, it might be funny for somebody, but at the same time, maybe somebody might get a little offended, doing some like, but Anthony's always picked some good stuff. Like, I love that little clip that he has, and I wish I had a little thing on here to pick out, like, it's working. When I got the saber, when I got Roy Boy working, that would have been so fun. And so if I can get the laptop and get a good laptop where I'm not going to get cut off here and there, and um, that's why I don't use my laptop right now because it kept getting me cut off on things, and I got tired of that, and I got a better and clearer picture, clearer and better sound going through my phone than I did on the laptop. So that's why I switched doing the show this way. So the show is so much better this way. And but yeah, I think I get intimidated with a few little things, but I need to try to get something done a little bit better and make it a little bit more fun and stuff for people too. But again, I want to be, have be real with people, and I want to be genuine with the people that come on. and I want them to have a good time coming on. I don't want them to, I don't want anybody to feel like they have to, be here or not have fun, and I want them to understand that this is a place where we can talk sabers because not everybody may have a chance to go and talk about something that they love, right?
Mhm.
Whether it be, they have friends that don't want to hear it, maybe they got family members that don't want to hear it, or just people in general that they try to talk to that don't have those interests like we do. And this is a place where you can come and talk about it and have that fun experience talking about it. And every hill and everything that you do is cool. It's gonna be awesome. There's no animosity. There's no like, oh, I've got a better hill. No, none of that crap. Because to me, everything is cool. It doesn't matter what you have. We're here to have fun. We're here to talk about sabers. We're here to love about the hobby that we're in and have a good time doing it.
Mhm.
And I want to incorporate that. I want to incorporate the happy feelings. And of course, I want to help Anthony out grow the channel.
Yeah.
So if the people that enjoy that channel and they enjoy the information, they enjoy the camaraderie, they enjoy talking about the Sabers, then come on. I want to invite everybody to come in and talk Sabers with us and all of that good stuff. Um,
That'd be great.
so I think um, essentially I want people to have an escape from the normal wear and tear of work and everything else. And of course you got the fun job. That's the dream job.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah, yeah, it's a job, but still, it's never work if you love what you do. It never feels like a job when you love doing something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Literally, whenever I go over to Anthony's and start doing it, just feels like I'm hanging out. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And let's see. Yeah, in my circle, no one is interested in sabers. That's why I look forward to this. Thanks for doing this, Mendo. And then you're more than welcome, dude. And like I was saying, dude, this is the reason why I do it. You are one of the people, maybe one of the thousands of people out there that have the same problem. And, it is all love, it is all happiness, and it is a place where you can come, hang out, and talk about this stuff. And I gladly and lovingly, willingly love to do it when I can, when I'm able to do it. Um, my place in this world is to help people, and this is just one small aspect of doing that. And if it grows and it helps people grow in doing saber stuff, in getting what they need in terms of you know getting their abilities up, learning to do their own installs and looking for answers and stuff. I may not have all the answers, but I do know people who have answers, and I can direct you to some of those people who have answers. And Anthony has a lot of answers, but he may not know all the answers either, too. So together, all of us can find answers no matter what. And again, this is just for people to have an outlet and have fun. Titan, that's my problem, dude. That is my problem too, dude. But one of the things that I do, okay, and you can take the advice if you want, and you don't have to. I'm not telling you what to do in any way. But one of the things that I do is I get a envelope. I put down the saber that I want, and if I have to save $5 here, $5 there, if I got to go sell something out of my house and put that money aside, and it reaches my goal for the money to buy that hill, that's how I'm going to do it. If it takes me a year, it takes me a year. If it takes me 2 years, it'll take me 2 years. But I will achieve those hills. I will achieve those hills. And you know, it'll be slow, but eventually I'll get them. And one of the things that I did, well, one of the reasons why I'm doing some of this stuff too, is to build my own portfolio. And when I build my own portfolio, I can, I'll be able to sell some hills here that I build, like at country shows and stuff like that. If I sell a couple of them here and there, that's money for a new saber I can acquire for myself. You see? So if I sell two or three hilts, the money will be some of the money will be for one hilt for myself, and the other two will be sold to buy hilts that I can make and sell. So that's how I'll work that. I'll be able to achieve hilts that I want, as well as working on sabers and being able to sell them without being an installer that where I have to send it, overseas or anything like that. I can install my way on my time on how I want to do it, and you know, oh, dude, and then that's cool, man. You won't regret the TriStar blade, dude.
TriStars are
You will
awesome.
not regret that. You will not regret that. I mean, oh, John, from Collector's Outpost just did a freaking awesome video with the quad star and the other blades out there that are trying to compete, and the quad star just blew the shit out of him. I
Have you
was
seen
like,
the Pentastar short that I posted the other day?
I have to watch it. I hadn't seen it yet because I've been so busy, but I was gonna watch it tonight after the show, and I'm like, dude.
That compared to the Quad Star, like Quad Star doesn't even can't even beat that level. That
Oh,
was
dude. I gotta watch it. I think I'm gonna go into my bedroom and watch it in my bedroom so I can like fully get engulfed.
it almost blinded Anthony and I. It was
Wow,
that was wild.
man, that's awesome. And eventually maybe I can get able to get, so many blades. Maybe be able to make some blades here too as well to sell. Because if somebody needs blades, from this area, they can come to me to buy from there. So, you know, but I've got to set up my portfolio first, and I have to really, oh, Dave, he just commented on Solos. So I guess Solo did a video out like right now, and he just posted something on there. So, um, it just popped up on my thing up here. So, uh, I'll probably watch that video too a little bit later after the one you just told me about the Pentastar. I gotta go watch that now. That's the
It's
first thing I'm gonna do when I get off of here. I'm gonna go watch the Pentastar video. But yeah, and Titan. Like I said, that is the best way to do things, man. So if you got $5 here, $5 there, let's say you're gonna pay $5 to buy, something kind of junky or whatever. My thing is that whenever I get $5, I always tell myself, do I want to go buy some something to munch on, or do I want to save that $5 and put it in for my saber? Like, screw it, I got plenty of food at the house. I want to put that $5 in the envelope for the saber. So there's avenues that you can take to do things, man. Always, always. You can always achieve your dreams and something that you want. And it's just guessing I need to save for a Pentastar blade as well.
I'm not sure if we're
Oh
putting
yeah.
that up for sale. Um, we're still working on that.
Yeah. Uh, for right now, a quad star is pretty good, man. Um, you know, the quad
Pentastar
star
is like
is way to go. What are they like 500 right now, right? The quad stars?
yeah, Quad Star's about 500, so the Pentastar would be
Yeah.
like 600, 700.
6 or 7. Yeah. So,
It's overkill.
oh, overkill.
Yeah,
But Hidden Fruit has some really good, neo neo picks, man. They are the frontiers for neopixels.
yeah,
Really amazing uh group of people there.
definitely. And I remember,
All right.
uh,
Oh, go ahead. No,
I
go
was gonna
ahead. Go
say,
ahead.
yeah. Remember last stream you were talking about the quantum LED strip.
Oh, right, right. Because Megtooth, he put a video out and he loved it. And the the quantum blade is is fighting for Anthony's quad star, so they're the neck and neck
Yeah,
in the race. But I think after John's video of comparing things, man, uh, you know, the quad star, shines out everybody.
but I think I'm trying to get Anthony to buy those strips so we can test with them
Mm,
and see what
hmm
we can do.
right?
Because if we can make like a TriStar out of those, I think that would look pretty cool.
Well, that's a big idea, man. I like that idea though. That's a pretty good idea.
Definitely get definitely gonna try that hopefully soon.
Hmm
He really wants to get into more R&D type stuff for our blades. That'd be a good step to go into.
Oh, he can do it. Shit, anything Anthony wants to do, he can achieve it. Maybe a little slow on getting there, but he'll do it.
Hmm.
There's once he gets that idea in his head, man, it's a done deal. You'll
Yeah.
find that out. It's a done deal. If he says something, it's a done deal.
'Cause one day he was like, "I'm gonna make a Pentastar." A few weeks later, it was done. Like, we just finished
Mhm.
it on Friday. I'm just like, it just
I
came into
tell
his
you,
head and boom, did it.
yeah. See, you'll see that when Anthony has an idea in his head, he doesn't waste it.
Mhm.
He will not waste it. He'll act on it immediately. And I mean, I'm not there with Anthony all the time, but in just from what I know from Anthony and the way he does things, no idea is wasted. He's gonna try it out. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. But he's gonna attempt it. I mean, just that simple. And that's one of the things that I love about Anthony's ambition is that, he's going 100 miles an hour. So you can either ride the train with him or jump off.
He's got some good dreams.
And you know, when he was doing some of the comic book stuff, yeah, I always had a little bit of input on there, and he took some of my ideas, and I was really honored that he did. And that's what I love about Anthony. He's so open-minded about things.
Yeah. He's given me like creative like freedom to create whatever I want for like all the videos and stuff. So
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
yeah, because he really believes in you, man, and he really believes in you. I will back him and you up 100%. So I will be definitely watching you a lot, and I will definitely be mentioning you a lot as well on the show, even when you're not on the show and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Um, so for all those who are watching tonight, God bless you guys for being here and hanging out with us. And make sure that you like and subscribe to Civilized Sabers. You can also check me out on the Mojo channel, Mundo Cabrera, I 7007. You can also email me at e_Cabrera CABRERAII at yahoo.com if you want to shoot me an email. If you guys ever want to be on the show, and then any of you guys like that, If you ever want to be on the show, you want to talk about things on the show, um, hit me up on my email, and that way I can send you guys a link if you want to come on. And I'm always inviting people to come on the show. And just remember, guys, uh, and Cinzy's usually here too, but Cinzy's probably doing some stuff as well, right? And Cincy is another good dude, man. He's just like one of a kind, a badass guy to learn from and to talk to about sabers and stuff like that. Right now, I think he's doing some gaming with Star something, a flying game, and he has some videos on there. So if you like flying games, check him out under Cincy, and you'll have a lot of fun watching how they fly around and do all kinds of stuff. It's kind of funny stuff to watch. So subscribe to Cinzy if you like that kind of gaming and stuff. It's so super interactive. You might like it, Reese, since you do video games and stuff. I think it's called Star Citizen or something like that. So, um, let's see. So, there's again, like I said, guys, if you decide y'all want to come on the show and talk sabers, and if you have a topic that you want to talk about on the show, email me, guys. Yeah, and I want to apologize right now too. So if anybody has put some comments later on after the show is over and everything, and I haven't got back to you, it's because I haven't been able to look back on the comments for whatever reason. It's not allowing me to look at comments. So that if anybody has put comments after the show, I want to apologize for not getting back to you because I myself haven't been able to see all of the comments that go with the show. And so, if you guys have any questions or anything else, go ahead and email me your questions, and then that way, when the next show comes on, I can try to write some of those questions down. I won't probably be able to get to all of them, but some of them I can write them down, and each show that I do, I can try to make a list of all those questions, comments, whatever have you will, and we can address them during the next shows and stuff. So that way I can address everybody and not leave everybody out. And I don't want everybody to feel like, hey, I made some comments and Mundo didn't get with me. Well, again, now, guys, I just found out myself that I'm not, for whatever reason, I haven't been able to see the comments except during the live show. So again, I apologize for that. And if you do, like I said, you have a question, I've given you my email. You can reach out to me on my email with your question, and we can address it on the next show. Okay. So again, if you address something on here after the show and I'm not able to read it, I sincerely apologize that I don't get back to your questions or comments. And like I said, if you can kindly just go through my email and post your comment, I will try to get it on the show, okay? Because I don't want anybody to feel that I'm not, addressing anybody. That's not what I want. I want to address everybody. So it's just my disclosure and my disclaimer right here. So if I don't, okay, I keep saying it over and over again because some people they shut it off and they come back on, or they go through here, they see it for a few seconds, and then they don't hear it and stuff like that, or they get mad because they cut it off because I'm not addressing their comments. So again, this is my apology here if I didn't get to a comment that you actually put on. So uh, from that point on, guys, Reese, thank you so much for coming on, man. I hope you had a little bit of fun.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, you're more than welcome. I mean, jump on anytime you want, man.
Thank you.
Like I said, it's that's what we're here for. That's what I do. That's what we do. We want to make this world as happy as we can in the Saber community. So it's always good. And hopefully maybe we'll get Anthony, we'll get Jedi Arms Dealer Dave on here and we can have a lot of fun, the four of us and stuff. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, guys. So from that point on, I'm gonna brand out, and let's see here. Mundo loves you guys all, and it is.
Yeah.
We pour whiskey.